Welcome back to this channel, the Entertainment Room.
So, what have you learned about yourself from writing this book to me? What have you discovered?
Well, what have I discovered from writing SULWE? Well, I definitely discovered that writing a children's book is a lot harder than it looks. You know, when I started writing the book, I thought, this is going to be really quick. You know, one weekend, I'll have the story, and that's that. But it was not the case. I mean, it's actually really hard because you have to distill, complex ideas into very simple language. So it took me a total of 2 years to complete SULWE. Is the truth.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think this one should be your next career. Please write some more books because I'm planning to have more children. It's an art for you to even just think about children. There are not so many books to be read for children, and especially the fact that now you made it in three. What made you think of doing the three versions? Especially, I would like to read the Luo version.
I would love
to read the Luo version to my kids.
I mean, your Luo is like honey, so you should definitely do that. I wanted to write it in Swahili and have it written in Swahili and Luo because I just felt like I wished I had children's books in my mother tongue and in our national language, more children's books in our national language than we really did. And I think it's a pity that we end up developing our colonial language and ignoring or neglecting our native languages. So for me, the idea, the first language I uttered was Luo. And so, along the way, you go to school, and in school, you're in a multi-ethnic environment, and they outlaw speaking in your mother tongue. And for a little child, that registers as my mother tongue is bad. And so I stopped speaking Luo at some point regularly. And because I stopped speaking it, my Luo suffered for it. I still speak it, and I understand more than I'm able to speak. But I feel so sad that I kind of lost it. And so writing the book in Luo, having it available in Luo, was also to serve that audience that A, might not understand English, but also B, might want to just hold on to their native tongue. And it was not easy, and, at first the publishers thought, this is not going to sell because because there's no market for it. But there's no market for it because there's no books being written in Swahili and translated into those languages with regularity. So I was like, well, let's try. Let's see whether there will be a market for it. And it's been amazing. It's been astounding how many people want that copy in Swahili, want that copy in Luo. And hopefully it reaches more people. And the desire is to have it in other languages as well. I just started with the ones that come easily for me.
Wow, great. And I think it's a blessing because my mom was a teacher before she went into politics, and we definitely had during my time, you had to speak your language. There was penalty was called, and there was a book called Apirima. This Apirima, there was something called Aneno Dedicamolu Bloom or something of the sort. So we were taught to speak our mother tongue, the first language. Most people think that when you speak language, you're primitive. Well, I love speaking in Luo, especially in Angola.